My name is Mick Lunzer. I work with a comedy juggling knife throwing team called the Danger Committee. We've been performing for about 10 years together. Before that, I was with the Dewdrop Jugglers, another juggling team. So I've been performing juggling and making my living at it for about 30 years or so, maybe more. I practice 6 to 7 days a week. I just enjoy it, and it's usually anywhere from an hour to 90 minutes every day. I'll go to the gym and I'll juggle first, and then I'll work out, and then maybe do cardio, and sometimes I swap it out. But you can't do bicep curls and then go and juggle after that. So you got to put it in the right order. But yeah, so I spend a lot of time at the gym. I warm up usually really quickly, just grabbing a couple props. Usually I'll start with balls, but then I'll go right to something really hard that I don't know how to do. Like I'll do, if I was working on 5-ball tricks, I'll warm up with 7 balls, which I'm not very good at, but I'll just throw them. And so what it does is I think it activates my brain and my muscles to go faster, and then 5 kind of feels easier. Right. So I do something a little harder. If I was going to work on 4 club tricks, I'd work on 5 clubs for a while and then go back to something. Yeah, and so my practice will go that way where I'll, depending what props I'm working with, I'll do the harder stuff first and then the easier stuff later, the things that don't take as much energy. So if I'm doing Diablo tricks, I usually do that last because it doesn't take a lot of physical energy to do Diablos versus doing cigar boxes or shaker cups or something like that. I'm usually working on 5 or 6 things. It's funny because I always want to work on there's so many things. So like right now I'm working on some club tricks. I spent a lot of my time passing in my career, and so I'm trying to fill in my gaps of solo juggling. So I'll pick a couple club tricks that I work on, and then I'm trying to do a little bit more with numbers. So it really depends, but usually I'm working on 5 or 6 things seriously, and then I play around a little bit. To like learn a trick, you're always trying to just burn things into your muscle memory. So like if I'm learning like a new club trick, like if I was learning the head roll, I will do it 100 times with my right hand and 100 times with my left hand before I do anything else with it. And so just trying to get that motion down. Just one club, just that single throw. And then for some reason I just pick 100. It's a nice round number, I don't know. When I'm trying to do something that's of greater difficulty, when I was trying to do 3 Diablos, I would try and get 1,000 catches. Not in a row, but 1,000 throws over the top. So I'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, drop, start over, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe that was too much, like I should have started at 5, because it would take me an hour and a half just to do that. But for me, I felt like the quickest path to get to 1,000, So once a week, like I'm trying to improve my 5 club endurance. So once a week, despite what else I'm working on, I will try and get 1,000 catches with 5 clubs in order, not all at once, but just maybe 10, 20, 30 at a time. And now that takes like 15 minutes or so. So that's just trying to get those repetitions in. Boy, I feel like you got to get it 9 out of 10 times usually, but although I work with a group called the Danger Committee, and we have a show, we do like Renaissance festivals, and our last show of the day traditionally is what we call the Danger Show, where we just try stuff out. So in a sense, we're trying some of the things we do, like the flaming knife catch, or like when he slices a cucumber at my wrist, or some of that stuff, the first time we've ever done it was on stage in front of an audience. So, but we have a framework that allows for that. Like it's kind of an improv danger show where we promise the audience we're going to do stuff we've never done before. So that's also how we come up with a lot of our material, and if it works, then it ends up going into the show. Stick with it, I guess. There's so many times when I think I would be better if I wouldn't have got so distracted. I would get into video games and do that, and I'm like, man, I spent 6 hours getting super good at a video game, and now I'm never going to play it again. Like, I remember Mortal Kombat, number 1? I got really good at it. It didn't... So, I'm not saying don't do those things, but I spent an inordinate amount of time on things that I wish I wouldn't have wasted time on. I could have been a little bit less good at Mortal Kombat, and now be great. I don't know what they're playing now, Final Fantasy and Halo Wars 2, Gears of War 4, Call of Duty 27. So yeah, and then you'll get really good at it, and then the next one will come out and you won't be, yeah. So anyway, for me, I always wish that I would have just spent a little more time focusing on the juggling and less time watching TV. thedangercommittee.com. I also have a YouTube channel, micklunzer.com, but that's a lot of speaking and not fun stuff. There's a little bit of juggling, but I do a lot of business talks, and I use juggling sometimes as a metaphor for some of the things I talk about. Facebook, yep, the Danger Committee is the best way to find me these days. So.